Hello, you're in bed with Dr. James Alexander, psychologist. I'm here today to talk to you about the new book that I've recently written called Getting the Z's That You Want, subtitled Sleep Sense in the 21st Century. And you guess it, it's all about sleep. It's a very common experience of many of my clients to report having problems with sleep. And these problems with sleep may be dependent upon other kinds of emotional issues that are going on for them, may be dependent upon chronic pain issues, and may be completely independent from any other issues, just standalone sleep problems. I consider myself to be quite well qualified to write a book about sleep by virtue of having struggled with sleep for a long time myself. And as a result of struggling with sleep, having to find ways, effective means and strategies for enabling me to get enough sleep in order to allow me to get through each day. And as a result of my own efforts and my own searching over many years, I've come up with a range of strategies, and I've discovered a range of strategies that I've put together in this book. And probably the most important one to begin with is the notion that sleep comes to us in waves. And the waves of sleepiness tend to follow a pattern of about every 80 to 120 minutes. And these waves of sleepiness actually replicate or are part of a larger pattern of waves called the BRAC, or the BRAC, which stands for the Basic Rest Activity Cycle. And the BRAC is it's a cycle of levels of brain arousal that occur over the 24-hour time frame. So every hour to hour and a half, our brain actually goes through levels of increased arousal when we're feeling highly alert and well and truly equipped to tackle the tasks that are required of us. And then it cycles down into a patch of relative unarousal, where our brain level of activity has gone right down to a state where if we're still at work, we're still needing to do the things that we need to do during the day, we'll simply feel a bit more dopey and a bit more tired and a bit less able to concentrate. And if we happen to be experiencing one of these low states of arousal while we're in bed wanting to sleep, then that's obviously ideal for us to be able to get to sleep. So the BRAC, the BRAC, is actually highly relevant for what we need to do in order to try to get to sleep. One of the big mistakes that people make is that they try to make themselves go to sleep. And sleep being an automatic function of our organism, in the same way that digesting food is, there's simply nothing that we can make ourselves do consciously to make ourselves get to sleep. We just can't make ourselves go to sleep. We can allow sleep to happen, however, and there's a range of strategies that we can do, which are detailed in this book, that will allow sleep to happen. But ideally we need to be coinciding those efforts with the less arousal stage during the BRAC, which will occur, as I said, over the 24-hour time frame. It also occurs during the times in the evening when we might be wanting to go to sleep. If we find ourselves wanting to go to sleep during a state of high level of brain arousal, there's simply nothing we can do to make sleep happen. And the more that we try to make sleep happen, the more frustrated, the more anxious about sleep we're going to become, and therefore the less likely we will be to be caught by the next wave of sleepiness that does actually come our way. So having a good solid understanding of the BRAC and how that then fits in with our sleep cycle is a very important piece of information. One of the big problems that people have in regards to sleep is that we tend to get highly anxious and stressed about the whole issue of sleep when we're finding that it evades us. And it's quite natural for us to get stressed about not being able to sleep. However, the kinds of feelings that we generate while we're lying there awake at night, this kind of frustration and the sleep anxiety that we're whipping ourselves into, is just the kind of stuff that's going to make it virtually impossible for the next wave of sleepiness to come our way. So what do we need to do in order to be light enough, in a sense, to be caught by the next wave of sleep? Well, you'll find the answers to that question in this book. The book's available as an ebook, also as a PDF file, and it's available for purchase from my website, which is www.dr James Alexander, all one word, all lowercase, -psychologist.com. So you're able to purchase a copy as either a PDF file or as an ebook from my web store, from the web page, and the purchase price is $15. I hope that you get hold of it. I hope that you find it helpful. I've found all the strategies in this book very helpful for myself, and I've shared these with many clients over the years, so I'm quite sure that you will find it helpful. Thanks very much.